This is 4 News Now at 6.
The Zags and Cougs are moments away from tipping off at the McCarthy Athletic Center, and you can see the pregame warm-ups here. Both teams locked in to renew this rivalry series. The teams haven't played in nearly 10 years, so this should be an exciting game in the kennel. Thanks for being with us here tonight. I'm Jordan Smith. Sydney Berger is down at the game right now, grabbing some highlights. We'll check back later on with a score update between these two squads. In the meantime, free school lunches could be coming to all schools here in Washington. Governor-elect Bob Ferguson is tasked with cutting the state budget by billions of dollars, but says universal free school lunches remain a top priority. Alexandra Cohen-Yarts heard from the governors speak at this event in Spokane last night. And Alexandra, what makes them confident that this will be the year they'll be able to make free lunches in Washington a reality at public schools?
Jordan, lawmakers have been pushing for this initiative for years, and while 70% of students in Washington now have access to free lunches, many still do not. I asked supporters of this bill what makes this different than years past. They told me having the governors request legislation could be what seals the deal.
Look, it is difficult to focus on your education if you're hungry.
Since the pandemic, lawmakers have been pushing to make universal free lunches a reality for students at public schools in Washington. While progress has been made, more than 300,000 students in the state still do not get access to free meals throughout the school day.
Right now, we have too many kids who are not able to access that.
Governor-elect Bob Ferguson made a visit to Whitman Elementary School on Friday with bill sponsor and Senator-elect Marcus Riccelli, promoting their new legislation, providing free meals for all students in the state starting next school year. For Riccelli, who has been a longtime advocate of this movement, this feels like a necessity in our schools.
You hear legislators talk about test scores. We can't talk about test scores till every kid has access to nutritious meals. Kids are going to have less absences because they're fed well. This is basic stuff.
Advocates pushed for this bill last year and failed to make it a reality. This year, they also face a multi-billion-dollar state budget shortfall. But Ferguson and Riccelli stressed the importance of this for students in Washington, saying there's nothing more essential.
There is no greater priority for us as a state than making sure our kids have a good education and that we make sure that they are fed so they can focus on that education.
On top of the health and education benefits this provides students, Governor-elect Ferguson highlighted the weight this can lift off parents' shoulders, considering the high cost of groceries in the state. The draft for this bill is being finalized. Lawmakers hope to present it next week. It is estimated to cost $80 million over the next 4 years. Live in studio tonight, Alexandra Cohen-Yarts, 4 News Now.
All right, a lot of good information there, Alexandra. Thank you for that. And Second Harvest, a nonprofit that helps fight hunger across the inland Northwest, is helping some save in the kitchen as well. The organization offers cooking classes that could use budget-friendly ingredients commonly found at food banks. These include items like beans or lentils that can replace meat proteins in meals. The class also shows participants how to stretch their food and avoid food waste. Students learn about the health benefits of the meals that they are cooking and what budget-friendly foods you can substitute for more expensive ones and get the same nutritional value. And that free class is offered weekly at Second Harvest. All of those recipes can be found on their website. Well, today we were lucky enough to see some sunshine here in the inland Northwest, and even luckier to see a beautiful sunset this evening. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray to see how the rest of the weekend is shaping up.
I'll tell you what, Jordan, that sunset was an all-timer. We're getting quite a few pictures coming in. We're going to show some of those this evening. First of all, I was absolutely stunned by some of the glow here on the snowy mountainsides from Barber Rexford in Viola, Idaho, along Highway 95 in Latah County. Absolutely beautiful, no matter which way you were looking at the sunset. As I mentioned, we've got some more viewer sunset photos we'll show later on in the program. Let's take a look here at what you can expect heading into tomorrow. It was a very warm day today, and don't forget, you can share weather photos anytime by using the free KXLY camera app. It is a camera app because you can share photos right after camera roll. All right, highs today were quite warm with that sunshine coming out. It was 40 degrees today in Spokane. It was 55 in the Tri-Cities. A little cloudier and not as warm across North Idaho. Well, those clouds are going to expand tomorrow, and that means our highs for Sunday are going to be struggling to get above freezing across many parts of North Idaho and in the Spokane area. We will see warmer temperatures and a little more sunshine in the Columbia Basin, but still not expecting to be quite as warm or quite as sunny as it was today. In fact, we'll likely start off with fog around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, have a very slow warm up throughout the day. The fog slowly lifts into a low cloud deck, and with very light winds tomorrow, it is unlikely that once those clouds are locked in the morning, it's very unlikely that they're going to be moving anywhere at all. Now, there is some opportunity for sunshine later on in the forecast. Plus, we got to talk about some colder weather on the way coming up.
Looking forward to it, Matt. Thank you. Here's a look now at firefighting aircrafts on the eastern edge of the Palisades fire near Los Angeles. 150,000 people still under evacuation orders. Nearly a dozen people are known to have been killed, and an estimated 12,000 structures have burned. President Biden has called on Congress to approve funds to help those in need. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has the latest tonight from Altadena, California.
As multiple wildfires blaze through Los Angeles, ABC News has learned federal agents will take over the investigation into the cause and origin of the Pacific Palisades fire. Firefighters are in a race against time, trying to take advantage of better weather conditions to get the fires under control before the winds spike again. Continuing to attack the flames from the sky and the ground, as many residents return to find their homes reduced to rubble.
Never in a million years would we think that a fire would come down and completely destroy not just this neighborhood, but half or more of the entire Pacific Palisades. It's devastating.
Teams began grid searches for remains and missing persons in burn zones. Despite the risks, some residents chose to stay behind to try to protect their homes.
We were winning small victories, and it would calm down, and then we had time to regroup and reposition ourselves again, and then, it would kick up again.
An overnight curfew is in effect in burn areas, with the National Guard in place to help secure neighborhoods. Authorities say they arrested nearly 24 suspected looters. Now, California officials raising concerns about price gouging.
Scams, taking advantage of victims and re-victimizing them. It's sick, it's wrong, it's illegal.
Officials warn the threat is far from over. Santa Ana winds will continue to hit the Los Angeles County through Wednesday, keeping the fire danger high. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Altadena, California.
Firefighters from the Northern Lakes Fire Protection District have arrived in Southern California to help fight these fires. According to their Facebook page, they'll be receiving their assignments tomorrow morning. Northern Lakes is one of seven different fire departments in North Idaho, sending crews down to help out in Southern California. Those firefighters may end up protecting buildings, fighting the fires on the front lines, or filling in for local California fire departments.
It's really beneficial to even our organization and the people here, because they go and get these valuable lessons that you're not going to get anywhere else in any other situation.
The firefighters are expected to be in California for 14 days, and all of the fire departments will be reimbursed by the state of California. These extreme urban wildfire events, like what we're seeing down in California, they're happening more frequently.
Obviously, we've seen quite a bit of destruction here, but that's still on a small scale compared to what's happened in Los Angeles. But that event, certainly you get the right conditions here during the summer, it could be here.
In the last 5 years, we've seen and watched as wildfires have devastated communities from Texas to Maui, including right here in Spokane County. A number of factors are contributing to these urban wildfires, including drier conditions and a surge of people moving into more rural areas into the country. More homes are being developed in what's called the wildland-urban interface. Basically, these developments are in areas that are bordering regions with more than 50% wildlands, areas that are surrounded by these dry fuels. And as Justin DeRuyter with Spokane Fire explains, it's not the firewall that puts neighborhoods in danger, it's the embers from these flames.
You get in the neighborhood back here behind us, here on the South Hill, and you could have quite the ember event raining down from a fire that's, over a mile away.
And it is annoying to hear, but prevention is all of our best weapon in this fight. DeRuyter says doing things like clearing out dry fuels like pine needles in the gutter or on the roof, or maybe just getting rid of those dry shrubs in the yard. Basically, just ask yourself, if an ember were to land there, would it be a problem? Coming up after the break here on 4 News Now at 5, Washington's 5th District Representative Michael Baumgartner hosts the first town hall in his newly elected role. And despite no punishment, President-elect Donald Trump planning to fight his hush money case just 10 days before his inauguration.
And the sunshine is going away, at least for a day or two around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We'll have a chance for a couple of flurries with the clouds returning, but really the bigger story is that we're finally going to see some more winter-like temperatures and perhaps some downright chilly temperatures pretty soon. We'll take you through your extended forecast coming up.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
Hey, Donnie, can you give me one reason to call the Advocates?
Sorry, Ken, I can't.
I can. I mean, who fights like we do? You can't give me one reason?
Nope.
How about that we take on big insurance bullies? We're not afraid of any case. We're passionate and smart. Really? You can't come up with one reason?
I can't come up with one, Ken. Because there are 500 million.
All the money we've recovered for our clients. Injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
It's the largest national RV show ever. January 16th through the 20th at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Multiple RV dealer, countless manufacturers, and unbeatable deals. Shop Brinkley, Grand Design, Jayco, Bigfoot, and many more. All the newest travel trailers, toy haulers, fifth wheelers, and motorhomes. And all with massive manufacturer discount. Free admission, live music, adult beverages, family fun scavenger hunts, and you can win a new RV. Doors open 9 a.m. Thursday at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Schedule a free VIP tour at nationalrvshow.com.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, I can't do this alone. And we said, that's okay, we'll figure it out together. If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Don't miss the National RV Show, January 16th to the 20th, nationalrvshow.com.
All right, welcome back. We told you we had been getting some photos from, well, folks like you watching about the gorgeous sunset we had earlier this evening. This is from Mark in the Fairchild area.
Wow.
And submitted it through our 4 News Now weather app, and my goodness, you can just see the sunlight playing on the clouds there, and that's really what kind of makes these sunsets so spectacular at this time of the year, when we do have at least a little bit of cloud cover, even on a sunny day. So I tell you what, it was great stuff. I wish we could have another day like it tomorrow.
Same, yeah.
Not very confident that that is going to happen. However, later in the week, confidence growing.
Okay.
We'll have partly cloudy skies. We'll have a chance for some more sunsets. Overall, just a dry weather pattern, which, considering how we ended December and started January, actually kind of, I think we'd kind of feel pretty good. Here's another great photo from Lisa B. in Green Bluff. We saw a lot of alpenglow coming off over Mount Spokane, and all the rays of the setting sun reflecting off of the snow there in the Mount Spokane area. So saw a lot of people sending similar pictures like this or putting them out on social media. So man, what a wonderful end to a wonderful day across the inland Northwest. Temperatures tonight going to cool off fairly considerably, considering that in places like Spokane, we really haven't seen all that many nights in the 20s, particularly the middle 20s and lower 20s. And so this is going to be definitely on the chillier side of what we've experienced for the majority of this winter season so far. There is only one other winter where the first low below 24 degrees in Spokane came in January or later. And that was back on January 12th, 1954. Well, guess what day is tomorrow? January 12th. So it's a very strange and oddly specific weather record, but I think it gives you a good idea of how mild it has been in many parts of the inland Northwest so far this winter season. Even where we have gotten quite a bit of snow in some of our northern valleys, temperatures have still been on the milder side. 24, by the way, is our average for this point in the year. So we're going to be kind of right on that line here. Monday into Tuesday, actually start to go up a little bit on Wednesday, but in the long-term forecast, we're finally going to bring that streak to an end if we don't kind of sneak down to 23 degrees at some point Monday or Tuesday or any other point when we have some clearer skies later. Certainly, we are not going to have all that much opportunity to cool tonight as we see fog develop later this evening. Temperatures will stay in the 20s for a good portion of the morning hours. Fog will lift into low cloud cover, and that will be sticking around for a lot of areas for the majority of the day. Really across central Washington's the only real spot where we have an opportunity, I think, to see a little bit of sun. So let's talk about that long-term forecast. It is the next big thing we're going to be watching. We are going to be talking about this all week and digging into some of the details as we get a little bit closer, because for the first time this season, we are talking about the presence of Arctic air. So you can see this huge swirling weather system getting itself together here, way up north here on a Wednesday. Southerly winds across the northern plains bring down that Arctic air. And this time it is going to be close enough to us here on the other side of the Rocky Mountains that some of that cold air is going to leak over, and we are going to see the coolest temperatures we have seen so far this season. Now, does that mean it's going to be a full-fledged Arctic blast? No. It doesn't mean that. That's certainly a possibility, but at this point, we've got many, many days to kind of see how things develop here before we can make that assumption. What I can tell you is that we will likely experience lows in the teens at some point next weekend or early into the following week. So, hey, enjoy this dry weather, enjoy the kind of mild conditions, because we may have to be putting on the mittens and the warmer hats in about a week from now.
We've put it off for a while now, Matt. I think it's due. Thanks for that. Well, new 5th District Representative Michael Baumgartner held his first town hall today, a little over a week after starting his new role. The meeting was held at the North Spokane County Library, and during the event, Baumgartner shared his plans in Congress, and constituents had the opportunity to raise some concerns and questions.
As I said, even if folks didn't vote for me on the campaign, they still work for me as well, too. So it's important to hear their issues. And, you know, a member of Congress isn't going to have all the answers, and it's important to hear from folks and hear what they think about these important issues.
Attendees raised questions over health care, housing, foreign policy, and more. Baumgartner says he plans to hold these town halls frequently when in Eastern Washington. 10 days before his inauguration, Donald Trump heard his sentence in his hush money case. Despite no punishment, he plans to fight the case. The president-elect is sentenced for falsifying business records to hide from voters a 2016 hush payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. The judge handed down an unconditional discharge. No prison time, no fine, no probation, calling it the only sentence he could impose without encroaching upon the highest office in the land.
Be clear. The protections afforded the office of the president are not a mitigating factor. They do not reduce the seriousness of the crime or justify its commission in any way.
Trump listened remotely, his face on courtroom screens. He declared his innocence and vowed to appeal. Trump faced up to 4 years in prison, but the judge said the minimal sentence was due to the remarkable set of circumstances. Special counsel Jack Smith has resigned from the Justice Department. His resignation was effective on Friday. Smith wrapped up his work on 2 criminal investigations of President-elect Trump. One investigation looked at whether Trump broke any laws when he allegedly took classified documents with him after leaving the White House in 2021. The other investigation examined whether Trump attempted to subvert the 2020 election results when pro-Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Of 2021. The future of TikTok in the U.S. is now in the hands of the Supreme Court. Lawyers for the app say that if they lose this case, and TikTok is not sold, the social media app will go dark on January 19th. TikTok argues the law forcing its Chinese-based parent company, ByteDance, to sell the app or be banned in the U.S. is a violation of the First Amendment. Administration says China's control of TikTok through ByteDance represents a grave threat to national security. It appears the Supreme Court is likely to uphold the ban. Still ahead here, we'll check in on the Cougs and the Zags locked in on their first matchup since 2015. Updates from both the men's and women's teams coming up here after the short break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit consignfurniturenow.com for details.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride. Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
Parenting is hard, so hard that the Surgeon General says it's a public health crisis. Overwhelmed moms and dads face burnout, brain fog, and worse. Why is it happening? And how can you protect yourself and your family? Watch Monday on Good Morning Northwest.
On another level. Beautiful move, and how about that advanced pass? Blocked by Aviat, up to shoot, two-hand jam.
Watch Blazers versus Heat tonight at 7 on KXLY ABC4.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants. I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth. We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit consignfurniturenow.com for details.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Gonzaga and Washington State's men's basketball teams tipped off just about 20 minutes ago. The now conference opponents renewing one of the older rivalries in college hoops, playing their first game in nearly 10 years. Here's a look at what's going on in the kennel right now. It's the Crimson and Gray up 19-16 in the McCarthy Athletic Center. The Cougs started the season off to their best start in nearly 20 years. But after dropping a game to Pacific, this is a big opportunity to turn that ship around and get back into the win column. We'll see what happens later on. And here's a little bit more about the history of this rivalry that's coming back to life. The last time the Zags won was that last meeting in December of 2015. The last time the Cougs won was in 2010 at home, and the last time they won in Spokane back in 2007 when both teams were ranked. In 150 games, Gonzaga has won 98 of those meetings. And while the men's teams are hashing it out, the Zags and Cougs women were down in Pullman earlier this afternoon. These teams are not strangers to each other. They played each other last season as a part of their non-conference schedule. WSU actually walked away with the win in Beasley, so the Zags were back this year with some revenge. Gonzaga pulled off the win tonight with the Zags' Allie Turner leading her team and scoring 20 points. Yvonne Ejim drained 17 of her own to continue a double-digit scoring streak to 60 games in a row. She is the real deal. She's now scored 2,020 points in her illustrious career and has moved into third in the all-time GU scoring charts. That final score down in Pullman, 69 to 61. Stick around. 4 News Now. We'll be right back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Multiple RV manufacturers will be at the National RV Show, downtown Spokane Convention Center.
Multiple boat dealerships all in one place. Shop and compare all in one place. One place that's heated and family friendly. Come see us at the Spokane Boat Show.
70% of Washington jobs require education beyond high school, and that number is on the rise. Free or low-cost college or career training is possible for your child. Apply now and ensure there's a more lucrative and stable career in their future. Learn how at wogrant.org.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Wherever you need us, American On Site.
We're the advocates.
And we go to court.
The insurance companies take us seriously.
Because we go to court.
And if they don't offer you a settlement you deserve, they know.
We'll go to court.
So if you or a loved one are seriously injured in a crash,
call us.
Oh, I thought for sure he was going to say,
we go to court.
There it is.
We're the advocates. And we go to court. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
National RV Show, January 16th through the 20th, Spokane Convention Center. Manufacturers coming from across the country. Grand Design, Jayco, and more. Live band, adult beverages, bank on site, indoors and warm. NationalRVShow.com.
It's bigger and better. The original annual Spokane Boat Show is 4 days with major dealers from the region. Family friendly and free parking at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
All right, some dry weather in the forecast. Really nice time to, get outside. Got some more sunshine likely for the middle of next week, so there's a lot of good parts coming up here. We're going to keep an eye on next weekend just because it could get a little chilly out there.
Could get a little dicey. Yeah, well, thanks for that, Matt, and thank you for joining us here tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow.